Okay, we are ready for lesson 3, perimeter and circumference. So to complete this lesson, you will need your lesson 3, perimeter and circumference worksheet. Okay, perimeter is nothing more than the distance or measurement around the outside of a polygon. So really all we're going to do is take all these sides here and add them together. So let's count. We have 14 down here at the bottom, plus 7 is 21. 21 and 5 is 26. Plus 3 is 29. Plus 2 is 31. Plus 2 is 33. Plus 6 is 39. Plus 5 is 44. Plus 5 is 49. Plus 7 is 56. So we add all the sides together, we get 56. And the measurements it says are in inches. So we have 56 inches of perimeter here. Okay. Let's do the same thing down here. This one is a little bit easier since we don't have all the extra sides. But be careful, sometimes polygons will have missing lengths, but we'll be able to calculate those lengths and then add them in. Notice that this length right here is missing. Well, we can find that because we know the overall length here is 14. So that means every line that goes in this direction up here has to add up to 14. So that would be this one, and this line here. Those three lines have to add up to 14 because notice how they're all in the same direction. Alright, so that means 3 plus 6 plus something equals 14. So 3 plus 6 plus something, let's call it x, equals 14. Well, 3 and 6 is 9 plus x equals 14. Solve this by subtracting 9 from both sides, and we find out that x is 5. So let's put a 5 up here, and now we can count around the outside just like we did up above. 14 plus 4 is 18, plus 5 is 23. 25 after the 2. 31, 33, 36, 40. So this is 40, and this time again inches is our unit. Okay, let's go to the back and let's talk about circumference. Circumference is a method of finding the perimeter of a circle. Notice that every point on the circle is the same distance from a center point. So if I draw a circle, every point on this circle is the same distance from this center point here. The distance from the center to any center point, which is this right here, is called the radius. R-A-D-I-U-S. Radius. The blank, or the diameter, is twice the distance of the radius. Okay, so if this is the radius right here, this right there would be the diameter. So, I'm sorry, lowercase d, diameter, lowercase r, radius. Okay, the perimeter around the circle, that's called the circumference. So, C-I-R-C-U-M-F-E-R-E-N-C-E, circumference. Okay, two formulas for circumference, pi d or 2 pi r. And the reason 2 pi r works just like pi d is because 2 radius or 2 r is equal to 1 d. Remember we did that up here. Radius was equal to twice, or I'm sorry, diameter was equal to twice the radius. Okay, let's go to the bottom and try some practice problems. The radius of a circle is 3 inches. What is its diameter? Okay, well, remember, diameter is twice that of the radius. So if r is 3, multiply this number times 2, d has to be 6. The radius of a circle is 2 inches. What is the circle's circumference? Well, the formula that we should use here is 2 pi r because we have a radius. Plug in your 2 for the circle's radius, 2 pi r, which is 2, and we get 4 pi. Now, let's talk about this. Maybe your teachers in the past have had you change pi to 3.14 and multiply this out. I would be more happy if you just stopped right here and left the symbol pi. Here's why. Pi is an irrational number. That means it goes on and on and on forever and ever and ever. It doesn't stop at 3.14. So whenever you round it off, you're actually estimating. This is an exact answer because this symbol for pi, the Greek letter pi, stands for the entire number. 3.14 is just an estimate rounded off to the hundredths place. So I would be more happy if you actually stopped at that point rather than multiplying out 3.14 by 4 and getting an answer somewhere around 12. Okay, let's move on to our next example. The diameter, what is the diameter of a circle with a circumference of 12 pi? Well, remember, circumference is equal to pi d. And in this case, we have pi d, and we're looking for a diameter. So if 12 pi is equal to pi d, take out the pi's, and we're left with 12 equals d. So in this case, d equals 12. Diameter is 12 inches. I guess I should go back real fast and put labels on all these answers because they all say inches, and we need inches as labels on our answer. Okay. What is the radius of a circle with a circumference of 14.2 inches? Well, circumference and radius are related by 2 pi r. So if circumference is 14.2 and we're looking for the radius, 14.2 equals 2 pi r. We're going to divide both sides by 2 pi to get this radius. These go away. 14.2 divided by 2 pi. Now in this case, you actually have to use 3.14 because we're looking for a radius. So on my calculator, I'm going to do 2 times 3.14 and get 6.28. 14.2 then divided by 6.28. 14.2 divided by 6.28. And our radius is 2.26 about inches. Okay, let's find the circumference of this circle. This picture right here, notice our radius is 4 centimeters. So we need to use the formula 2 pi r. In this case, r is 4. So 2 pi r, where r is 4. Multiply the 2 and the 4 together and leave the pi as the symbol. And remember, our units were centimeters. Okay, in this circle down here, or in this shape down here, notice that we have a half circle right here and another half circle right here. Some flat sides around the edges. What I would like you to do is find the perimeter of this shape for our next class. Remember, these are only half circles, so whenever you use the 2 pi r, that's for an entire circle. You're going to have to divide by 2 so that you end up with the circumference of half of a circle. Try this problem for our next class, and I will see you in class. This completes lesson 3.